Alright, so Shalom Israel. First of all, Kalalal, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakudash, Barakatah. The blunders to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways, preaching and teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. You know what I mean? So this is your brother Shapal from JMS Jamaica camp. Now, over the years we've been the brothers starting from the elders, starting from the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone on down, you know, who I believe are the real and true prophets of the Most High, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. You know what I mean? Yahweh, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah our God, and Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, Yahweh, and Yahshua, and so on. You know what I mean? Saying so. Mainly, the brothers of GMS was teaching the truth in its fullest form, you know what I mean? I believe that these men, starting from the top, as I said before, are the true prophets, you know what I mean? Because guess what? When you look out there in all of the camps here, right, and throughout the world, basically, these men are the only men who are teaching 100% truth, and these men are the only one who's been hated, right, among all that is called Israel, or that is prophesying out there on the highways and byways, you know what I mean? And the reason why we know this is because the ancient men back then, the prophets back then, they were hated just the same, right? And they were doing the same thing, you know what I mean? So basically that's what the lesson is about this morning. So the first scripture we want to get, so we just want to jump right into it, you know what I mean? The first scripture, and we're going to get our account, all right, from the scriptures as well, you know. So the first scripture we want get is Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 1. It's about he that giveth his mind to the laws of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof. All right, speaking about, you know, the men at GMS, you know, I mean, mainly the elders at GMS on down, the apostles on down. This man will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient. All right, because guess what? The prophets back then, you know what I mean, they were cutting people, yo. As the scripture saying in Hebrews 4 verse 12. You know what I mean? The word of the Most High is sharper than any two-edged sword. See? And it attacks the spirit. You know what I mean? And it points out each and every individual. Right? Saying it deals with each and every man and woman on the face of this earth. Saying so people don't like when their shame been brought to the fold or brought to the front. Saying so the prophets were hated because they were known, all right, to show people their true intentions, right, and to cut people with the scriptures. You know what I mean? Show up their wicked deeds, so they were hated. You know what I mean? So are the men at GMS today. You know, so it's the same thing with the ancient, and it's the same thing today. All right, so it's and it's occupied in the meditation thereof, and will seek out the wisdom of the ancient, all right, through the scriptures, all right, and will be occupied in prophecies. Hey, all right, that speaks for itself. Verse 2, and he will keep the sayings of the renowned men, where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secret of grave sentence, right, and be conversed in dark parables. You know what I mean? And the elders break down the parable, are the mysteries, right, of the RFID microchip, is mark of the beast, which is referred to in Revelation 13 and 16, and a lot of people can't get it. It is a stumbling block to a lot of people. The scripture even say, the Lord doing nothing but show it his secret. Amos 3 and 7, I believe, roughly paraphrase it, show it his secret unto his servants the prophet. You know what I mean? Saying so it's not a lot of men are gonna get this, yo. Saying, all right, so let's get another precept from let's see, Jeremiah 28 and 8. All right, so this is Jeremiah 28 verse 8. Jeremiah 28 verse 8. All right, so the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, right, prophesied against many countries and against great kingdom, of wars and evils and of pestilence. You know what I mean? So who in them right mind would really love a prophet? You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean, two-third in a messed up mind. But what I'm saying is that, right, the average people, right, who have their way in this life, all right, who indulge in society, them not gonna like the prophets, because the prophets prophesy that their kingdom is coming to an end. The thing that them love the most and them hold fast to, the most they are gonna destroy it, because them not see the way of the Heavenly Father as something. Them see it as a burden. Them not see it as something to be, or his words are something to be kept. You know, them see it as a burden. So it said the prophets that have been before me and before thee have all prophesied against many countries and against kingdoms of wars and evil. And he said great kingdoms, you know what I mean, of wars and of evil and of pestilence. So whenever the prophets come around, you know, whenever sin dwell and the prophets came around, it's always bad news for sinners, you know. But the righteous man, I go hold fast. You know what I mean? Alright, so we just get our account in First Kings. Alright, so what we really want to do is just get to the point in the precept. Alright. So let us just start at verse, because we really want to get the point out of the precept. So we'll just start at verse 3. Alright, so and the king of, this is First Kings 22 verse 3. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, know ye that Ramoth in Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hands of the king of Syria. Alright, so, you know what I mean, let's just jump down to verse 5. Alright, and Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. You know what I mean? Because what had happened, the king wanted to take back certain provinces. All right, seen from the king of Syria. You know what I mean? Ramoth, Gilead, basically. See, but as it was in the ancient time, the king of Israel would consult the prophets, right? Who will consult the Heavenly Father, you know, whether or not, if they enter into battle, if they were going to win. You know what I mean? Saying so, that's what is going on here, right? So, for the interest of time, we'll just jump to verse 7, just get the point. And Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord, besides that we might inquire of him? Alright, verse 8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, right, by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him, right, for he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. Right? And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing, You see, even back, it goes to show that even back in ancient times, man, no matter if you're a king or city, or no matter how great he is, you know what I mean? When the Most High send out the prophets, right, to give you certain news, you know what I mean? If your soul ain't right, you know what I mean, you're not gonna like the news of the Heavenly Father or give you, because the scripture said there is no respect of persons when it comes on to judgment. You know what I mean? See? So all of these wicked deeds are these wicked people where we are in a society today. When the prophets out there on the highway and the byways come out, you're supposed to be hated. You're not supposed to be loved. Alright? Because we're not coming to tell you, say, hey, you're a prosperous in this society. Alright? We're coming to tell you that your kingdom is coming to an end. You know what I mean? And the Most High will destroy this setup, this wicked setup, right, with thermonuclear missile. And he's coming with his brand of fire to render his judgment upon our people, right? Which is the 2/3, alright, and the rest of your hidden nations, alright, and that's written in the scriptures. See, but a lot of people, it sound too harsh. So they don't want to receive it. See, so we just continue. Alright. And then the king of Israel called an officer like him, and said, is it Hitter, Micaiah the son of Imlah? Alright. Alright, so for the interest of time, we jump to verse 12 on down. Alright. So it's and all the prophets prophesied so, saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the king's hand. And the messengers that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, behold, now the word of the prophets declare unto God the king with one mouth. Right? Let thy word, I pray thee, right, be like the word of one of them. Right? And speak the word which is good. So this king wanted to hear something good. He wanted to hear success. You know what I mean? Just like out here in Jamaica. You know what I mean? The rulers were set up over us. You know, they are false leaders, man. They what I speak, they one thing than what the most I say. And naturally, majority of the time, it's contrary. Right? Because here over out here we have unjoylness, telling people about prosperity when there is no prosperity coming to Jamaica. You know what I mean? It just remind me of this incident. Alright, so you want to hear things that is good. Verse 14. And Micaiah said, as the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak. You know what I mean? So Micaiah would not speak his own words. Right? But whatsoever the Lord speak, and that is the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai through his prophets. You know what I mean? When the Most High give you something to speak and you go there and speak it, a lot of people are going to hate you. And the scripture says, it's not you they hate, it's me in St. John. Alright? Because what you prophesy of the evil that are in the world, for roughly paraphrase the scripture. You know what I mean? That's why the world hate you. Let me just get that scripture because. Alright, so this is St. John 7 verse 7. So the world cannot hate you, but it hated me. It's like, yeah, let me read that again. St. John 7 verse 7. Alright, so the world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. Alright, so whenever the prophets come out and testify of the wicked and the evilness, just like how it hated Yahushai, that's how it hated us. You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, continue from verse 14. So it's and Micaiah said, as the Lord liveth, what the Lord say unto me, that will I speak. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go up against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for that the Lord shall deliver it into the hands of the king. Right? And the king said unto him, how many times shall I endure, Slakia? How many times shall I endure thee, that thou tell me nothing, alright, but that which is true in the name of the Lord? Alright. And he said, I saw all Israel scattered. God. So and he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hill as sheep, and that had no shepherd. Right? And the Lord said, and the Lord said, these have no master, let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would prophesy nothing good concerning me but evil? You know what I mean? And that's just one incident, yo. Since this king wanted to hear the things that were good. You know what I mean? But he don't want to hear the bitterness. Alright? See, he don't want to hear the bitterness, and that's today society, yo. You know what I mean? That's today's society, and the same thing we're facing today. You know? As prophets of the Heavenly Father out there on the highways and byways. You know I mean, so let's get another precept from this is 1 Corinthians. Alright, so this is 1 Corinthians. Alright, 1 Corinthians 14 verse 32. See, and the spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets. Right? And it's clear cut to the point here. The spirit of the prophets are subjected unto the prophets. You know? So, in today's society, we can see how, you know, throughout the media and wherever. You know, I mean, even though these people are basically coming against the men of the Lord, yo, with all sort of propaganda, alright, and all sort of things, yo, seeing, many of them are false, but hey, Yahushua suffer the same. I mean, as it says in St. John 7:7, you know what I mean? And trust me, Yahushua suffer the same thing, yo. We are suffer the same. I mean, because we come in that same spirit, and that's how you know. Hey, prophets not supposed to be loved, yo. You know what I mean? Because guess what? It's this sinful nation, if you're coming in the vibration of success and goodwill, and with the amount of sin that's been multiplied throughout the years, you know what I mean? And you're coming with goodwill and peace, hey, then you're a false prophet. Because the Most High promise you that. Alright? Because where righteousness dwell, sin can never abound there. And where sin dwell, right, righteousness cannot abound. You know what I mean? Saying, so the prophets are going to come and they're going to tell you how it is. Just like that. You know what I mean? Saying, so, hey, with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. With that, once you call a lol, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Akakudash. The blindness to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers in the highways and the byways, preaching and teaching His word in sincerity and in truth. Shalom.